Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Trax Talk. We have a lot to get into today, sports news from around many major American leagues, but we're going to begin by introducing ourselves, as always.
I'm Nick Phillips, Utica University. Nice to see you guys again. I hope you had a happy Halloween.
I'm Remy Jenny. I'm back here today. Today we got a silly little episode, guys. We had a nice Halloween. I hope everybody watching did. And go Bills. Let's get into it, boys.
I'm Angelo Mosca, Utica University. Jordan Love, still a supporter, even though we don't look too good anymore. Still a supporter. Still packaged to the Super Bowl this year, and that's all there is to it. We're going to start off today by looking into a little NFL Week 9 recap. That's what we're going to start with. So we're going to look into some of the exciting games coming from the NFL in Week 9. I think we open up with back-to-back upsets in the Steelers and Vikings. Let's look a little bit into Daniel Jones and the Colts' 6 turnovers against the Steelers. They went from being one of the most dominant teams to looking not even like a contender against the Steelers. Gene, what do you think with this Daniel Jones performance? Is this him going back to himself, or is this just like the Steelers' defense is nice?
This is just one of those games. Daniel Jones ends up with 5 turnovers, which is crazy. I mean, we've seen a lot of quarterbacks do that, but I think the Steelers, at the beginning of this game, I said Steelers. I knew the Colts, they have some holes.
News line.
All right, get the camera off me, so guys.
What do you got, Nick?
Yeah, I just think that just a bad game. Daniel Jones will get it right. Steelers got a good pass rush. That's how you beat the Colts. They gotta go to the line. You gotta bring pressure with T.J. Watt, Highsmith, Cam Hayward. Those guys. That's what the Steelers did. They put pressure on Jones. He could just never had a clean pocket. And Daniel Jones, he's gonna be as good as his own line. So in that running game, and Taylor didn't have that good of a game. O-line was getting beat. Jones had all those turnovers. To me, Colts will be fine. Just it depends on who they're playing.
Yeah, I think the Colts go as far as Daniel Jones takes them. I think when Jonathan Taylor doesn't absolutely carry, they're not going to win many games because Daniel Jones isn't going to carry. But Daniel Jones, I think they're going to be fine. But yeah, it's kind of concerning losing to the Steelers. Not going to lie.
Not that bad.
Steelers fan, by the way. It's not that bad.
Another little upset we saw was the Vikings over the Lions. My brother's a Vikings fan, so I was listening to the game audibly from a lot of excitement from coming downstairs.
A lot of anger.
And actually, we can't talk about that. Oh. But let's just say that I thought the Lions were gonna win by 6.5 multiple different times. If what I'm trying to get at, right? Like them winning by 6.5, plus some other stuff.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. But so yeah, I didn't think the Vikings had any chance this game, but they won. So what's the takeaways from there?
I just don't think that their defense played too good in this game. In my opinion, the Lions defense didn't really play too good. Just the Vikings, they got Aaron Jones back, and Jordan Mason's okay, but they weren't really able to run the ball the last couple games. And to me, this team just looks a lot more healthy on offense after their bye week. You got J.J. McCarthy back there, at the starting quarterback. I don't think they didn't have a bye week, but they had the mini bye after the Thursday night game. But you got McCarthy coming back at QB. He's healthy. Obviously, Wentz was struggling with some injuries before there, and then you get Aaron Jones back. To me, the offense just looks a lot better. They don't look as good as they did last year, but they actually look, stable now. And to me, they got a good defense. Vikings, as long as you just get J.J. McCarthy being, productive, that's all you really need.
I feel like it's the same thing with them and the Colts. I mean, it's a little bit different, but how as far as J.J. McCarthy or whoever's at quarterback can take them, right? Because the rest of their team's pretty solid. So however far their quarterback play can take them. Nothing for you?
I mean, I just want to say...
Score says it for you?
We saw another Isaiah Rodgers highlight there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
He's having a weird year.
Yeah. He got cut by the Eagles, and now he's popping off with the Vikings.
Yeah, he went from the end zone, finding the end zone 2 games, to death threats, to a couple more.
Yeah. I didn't even hear about the death threats.
You didn't hear this?
No.
Yeah, let's ignore those guys and move on to the next game. That's going to be our Panthers-Packers.
Should I open
Bryce Young.
Okay,
won the game.
He's already in the wrong headspace. Bryce Young had nothing to do with this.
Bryce Young
this was
everything.
This was Rico Dowdle in the Panthers defense. Rico, I think,
Matt
averaged like
LaFleur.
7 yards a carry. Yeah, and it's Matt LaFleur coaching, if anything. Bryce Young had like 100 yards and a pick. The Packers defense doesn't look very good anymore. Like, we have like sub 10 turnovers in the league as a defense. We don't get turnovers. We had 1 pick, Xavier McKinney. Could have had 2, but he didn't get his feet down.
Another thing, Micah Parsons, 0 pressures in this game.
Yeah.
And that's your highest paid defensive player in the league. He's getting 0 pressures against the Panthers, a team that just lost 40-9 against the Bills.
Yeah.
And they had a backup quarterback in, but 0 pressures, same O-line. I mean, that's crazy.
I gotta admit, it's hard to watch the Packers play bad teams because they just play to any opponent. Like, anyone they play, they just play to their level. Like, they play the Panthers, they play at their level. They're gonna play the Eagles Monday, and they're gonna play at their level. And it's so frustrating, especially losing to the Panthers. Like, watching with my boy Jaden, Panthers fan, just it's enough for me. But what do you got, Nick?
To me, the Packers, I thought even the Broncos kind of in the same tier. They're just too inconsistent on offense. I don't know. I think the defense didn't play that bad against the Panthers. Like, yeah, Rico Dowdle ran all over them, but he's been running over everybody the last couple of games. And, you know, Bryce Young didn't do anything out there. I still think the Packers defense was there. They gave him a shot. To me, it was just the Packers offense was terrible.
Bad.
Yeah. I mean, Josh Jacobs, he was okay, but he didn't have, the game that we're used to seeing. And then Jordan Love was just one of the worst quarterbacks last week. Just was really just not protecting the football well, wasn't really making good plays. And I just feel like the offense, to me, it falls on the Jordan Love. That the team's going to go as far as Love can take them. They got the good running game, the good defense. Jordan Love, he's too inconsistent. Some games, like versus Steelers versus the Cowboys, he looks like he's a top 5 QB. The other games, it's like, what the heck you're doing out there? And to me, it's just he has to be more consistent if this team wants to go to the NFC Championship game, go to the Super Bowl, which, they can be the best team in the NFC. They just have to be consistent.
I think Love just thinks he's throwing to Kelvin Johnson every play when he's throwing up these triple coverage bombs to Christian Watson. I don't think he knows who his receivers are, but it's okay. We'll fix it. We'll figure it out. Big one. Bills take over. Go ahead.
Bills, Chiefs. Another great game by James Cook. He did get injured, did finish the game. He will be fine for next week. But Josh Allen, 2 tush pushes. He finds the end zone 3 times. Dalton Kincaid has a great game. The Bills' defense getting after Mahomes. Mahomes actually had a 44% completion percentage, which is the worst of his career so far. And he had the lowest amount of yards in an offense that he's ever had in his career in the NFL so far. What do you guys have to say about this?
Bills defense, I was a little skeptical of them because they were, to me, the Bills defense has been what's kind of hurting the last couple of years, especially against the Chiefs in the playoffs. But they were kind of up and down this year, but this defense just looked very good. Now, I don't know if they're going to be able to do this in January against the Chiefs. That's been their biggest struggle. But if you can get after Mahomes, we see that's how you beat the Chiefs and you beat Mahomes. You have to put pressure on him. We've seen a couple of times where when Mahomes has lost in the playoffs, it's been a rout because the O-line just couldn't protect him and he's under pressure. So to me, that's what the Bills are going to have to do. They're going to have to keep putting pressure on Mahomes, and that's what they did in this game. And I think they had the recipe for success to how to beat him in January. Just blitz the heck out of him, sit him on his butt, and just, make him uncomfortable the whole game.
Another big thing, the rookie Maxwell Hairston with the interception, his first of his career in his second game. And Bills unfortunately did lose one of their best edge rushers, Michael Hoyt, to a torn Achilles. But he didn't go to the locker room. He stayed on the sideline. He wanted to sit with his teammates for this game, finish it out. All-time vibes guy. Angelo, what do you have to say?
I did see that. That was pretty cool. I don't have much to cover on this game. I watched it, but it was like it's Bills in the regular season. What are they going to do in the playoffs? Lose?
Okay, buddy. We're gonna meet in the parking lot after this game, after this talk. So yeah.
I kind of feel that though. It's like I'm kind of sick of Josh Allen outplays Mahomes in Week 9.
It happens every year.
Maybe he lets him win the regular season match so he could just take over, or they don't show him anything in the regular. Yeah. They can't use it against him in the playoffs. And now the Chiefs know everything they know.
To me, it's just kind of I don't really care about the outcome of that game because it's not the one that's going to matter this year between the two of them.
They're going to see each other again. Yeah. And in bright lights. Seahawks at Commanders. Pretty big stories coming out of there. I'd say we saw Jaden Daniels' arm going the wrong way. I don't know the severity of it. Do we know if he's out for the season or
he is not going on IR, and he will be back in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. A lot of time,
Looked
elbow.
bad. I thought he was out.
When you just look at your elbow, it's not as bad as it looks, and there was not much damage to what we're told. So he will be back this season.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, so apparently they thought he was gonna be out for a lot longer, and then today they just like re-updated it with what Remy said. But I don't know. If I'm the Commanders, okay, I'm not even rushing to get Daniels out there. Like
Yeah, the season's over.
3-6. They still got some tough games on the stretch. To me, it's like he's already gonna miss around 2 to 3 games anyways. You expect this could be a team that's 4-8. At that point, it's like, why are we rushing out our franchise guy for the last 5 games when we're not even gonna make the playoffs? To me, it's like if Mariota can win the next couple games, you're sitting there, you're still viable for a playoff spot. Let's roll the dice. But I'm not. To me, I got bigger concerns with the Commanders than when Daniel's coming back. To me, I won't even risk it. You already seen him beat up this year, not with the arm, but with the knee and the hamstring, whatever. It's like you don't want to do an RG3 all over again.
Yeah. It seems like that's where it's going right now.
In this year's NFC as well, like on the very slim chance they make the playoffs, they have to go through a gauntlet. And I would say honestly, if it's this position they're in right now, like Jane Daniels, your franchise QB, you know that. Like leave him out, let him rest up. I'm not saying like tank, get a receiver because McLaurin's getting old, and I don't know. I'd just say like get a receiver in the draft. Think about next year. Keep Daniels healthy. Like for me, that's what I'm doing if I'm the Commanders. I'm not even worried about it right now. On the other side, the Seahawks. Sam Darnold looks like an MVP, and Jackson Smith and Jigba also looks like an MVP.
Or
OPOI.
Don't forget, I said the Seahawks would finish the number 1 in the NFC. It's actually not looking too bad. You got to think about it.
I still don't like it.
I still don't like it either.
I still don't think they win their division.
But, they have a great team.
I'm saying the Rams.
I'm a big Rams guy.
Yeah.
But the Seahawks do look a lot better than I thought they would. Even going into the season, I thought they lose DK for Cup, that's downgrade. I thought Smith and Darnold. I actually thought Smith last year was a little bit better maybe than Darnold was, and I couldn't be more wrong. I was shot myself in the face right here, for that one. But
I like that.
Darnold just might be the MVP right now. I don't know if that's a hot take.
I would say so. I think Drake May's overrated. He has 8 fumbles.
Drake May?
Yeah, he hasn't lost 8 fumbles, but he's fumbled 8 times.
Yeah.
He has lost 8 fumbles, but they haven't recovered it all 8 times the other time.
Yeah. To me, it's just, I don't think the MVP is probably either Stafford or Darnold, Loki, coming out the NFC. Everyone's at the division right now. But my point is that Darnold's we knew he had a good year last year, but I think a lot of people kind of made these excuses for him. He's got Jefferson, he's got, Addison, a good run game, he's got Kevin O'Connell, who's the QB whisperer, and everyone's like, okay, he's going to Seattle, he's not going to be as good. That was an overpay. Well, he's been probably even better this year on Seattle. And yeah, we can talk about how he has Smith and Jigba there, but hey, Smith and Jigba wasn't doing all this the last couple of years without him. So you got to give Donald credit. He was, I believe the 3rd pick in the draft, top 5 pick, and you're finally seeing why I went to Utica. Yeah. I
thought it was Rosen and then him, right? Or no, Goff and then him, right? Goff, Darnold, Rosen.
Might have been. It was a long time ago, man.
What?
In that draft class, Goff, Darnold, Rosen. Thought so.
Okay.
Goff was 1, Darnold 2, then Rosen was pick 8 to the Cardinals.
See, I thought Rosen was in the draft, same draft. It was in the Josh Allen draft.
Yeah.
Oh, he was? So Rosen wasn't even in that one?
Yeah, Darnold was drafted the same year as Josh Allen.
Allen was the latest one, right?
Because number 1 was Baker, then it went...
Yeah, Baker, yeah.
No, Baker was
the same draft as Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Oh, so then because Goff was a number 1 pick, so it was a whole different year.
Goff was before.
Yeah, because he was
Saquon. Saquon was in this draft, right?
I think Saquon was 2016, right?
Oh, he's
it's draft classes. Am I right? The Cardinals beat the Cowboys at home.
Wait, no, Saquon was 2018, I think.
The Cardinals took down the Cowboys at home. Cowboys season looking to be a collapse, looking to be over.
Well, I mean, they did make some
big trades, yeah.
Yeah, they did get a big Q.
They got Quentin Williams, yeah.
Bless
and
myself.
Logan Wilson. Yeah. Bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, bless you.
That's a classic Quentin Williams moment.
Yep.
But Jerry Jones in the stands with Stephen A., the Cowboys critic. Must have been embarrassing watching the Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett do that.
Well, they actually were smiling when that happened. So if you look at the the stream, they were in fact happy the whole game. So who knows what's going on there? Maybe a little sports gambling.
Yeah. And maybe Jerry Jones is betting against the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense. You know, he's destroying them. So
Okay. Last night, Thursday Night Football, snooze fest.
You know,
oh my God.
I fell asleep, but I woke up for the ending, and Brock Bowers gave me 3 points in fantasy. But
Nice.
the Broncos pulled it out. Shout out to Sarah, shout out to Tom, and shout out to Lorena too. Bo believer, you know, Bo.
Yeah, Bo Nix
Not
looked real
really,
good.
did not really have a great night last night.
He gave me nothing to believe in last night.
This Broncos defense is
Bo
on
Nix-
another level. Okay.
Can
This
I say-
Broncos defense has the most sacks through this
said
amount
that.
of games in the season since the 2000 Buccaneers, and I believe they won the Super Bowl that year.
Buccaneers. Did you say Buccaneers?
No, the Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, what do you guys think about this Broncos game last night?
I don't know what word I'm allowed to say. You go ahead and then I'll just.
I don't think this game really changed anything for me at all. Before the game, I thought the Broncos were good defense, overrated offense, overrated team, and I feel the same way.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Bo Nix is too inconsistent. Like, he'll play good against the Cowboys. He'll play good in the fourth quarter versus the Giants, but to me, it's like, yeah, you can beat the Raiders with your defense like this and doing this stuff, but you play a team in January, you're not beating a team playing like this on offense.
I hope we're not having technical difficulties right now.
Guys, we need to just go off air, dude.
Bo Nix, Mo Picks, you know, all that. I think Bo Nix is like the most overrated quarterback in football. He just turns the ball over too much, and like he has the most yards left on the field by a landslide. He has the most yards left on the field by a landslide, meaning like times he's overthrown people and stuff like that by a landslide. He turns the ball over too much. His defense is the best in the league, and he wins against the Raiders by 3. So, to me, the Broncos are the worst 8-2 team I've ever laid my eyes on. Worst 8-2 offense I've ever laid my eyes on. We'll say that because that defense is elite. That's
No, that's a lie.
The defense is
Don't you remember when the one year the Steelers were like 11-0?
they weren't 8-2 though.
Yeah, but
Oh,
they had
yeah.
TikTok Juju and Claypool, so. Corvette. Boys,
Bo was ass.
should we go ahead and talk about this World Series? Okay? We had our
It's
predictions.
just Game 7 because we already talked about everything else.
Well, we're going to be talking about the Game 7
Where
of the
where
World
were you
Series,
for that
where
Game 7?
The Dodgers
Oh my God, yeah, that
beat the Toronto Blue Jays. And
In 11 innings?
my prediction, Yoshinobu Yamamoto MVP, it did come out, okay? He played back-to-back games 6 and 7, and he won the MVP. What can I say? What do you guys think? What do you guys have to say about this game?
I think I've written like 3 different things about why no salary cap in the MLB is ridiculous.
that's
And
not
this
what we're
just
talking
proves it even more. Yoshinobu Yamamoto never pitched a ball in Major League Baseball before and then got a $325 million contract.
Well, he was in Japan League, and those are the pros.
Nobody else is giving a pitcher out of anywhere who's never thrown a pitch and going to be $325 million.
So-
beside the Dodgers because they have the money to do that.
And the
I think
Dodgers
they're
did it
gonna.
again.
I think the
Mark
Dodgers are going to
Sasaki.
continue to win because they have so much more money than the rest of the league. I mean, beside like the Mets and Yankees. I don't know. It's
Mets
cool.
missed the playoffs this year.
It's cool that they won, but like their whole team's bought. Like they bought Mookie Betts, they bought Shohei Ohtani, they bought Yamamoto, they bought Freddie Freeman. I mean, given that you buy everybody, but like I don't know. I don't think it's as impressive as like winning in leagues where it's even, where the payroll isn't a $300 million difference between the best and worst team.
Yeah, to me, it's just the Blue Jays are right there. Like, going back to your point though, it's like this Dodger team is a little unfair because
Right.
let's be honest, this team's they're probably gonna sign Kyle Tucker, all these other guys. Like, it's not even the Yamamoto thing. It's that they won their World Series last year. They beat the Yankees, and then they come out and they get Blake Snell, and it's like,
Tyler
how is that
Glasnow
even
and
fair,
Clayton
dude? It's like, you know.
Like the rich get richer.
Yeah,
And there's
it's-
nothing you can do about it because
Well, there's one thing you can do, and that's eat the rich. Forget about
I
that.
guess I hope that's not a bad like thing that he just said.
I also, I just, somebody said that to me once.
You can always eat
and,
the rich.
yeah.
But that
Just
game,
don't go golfing, guys.
dude, I was so ready
Idiot.
for the Blue Jays to win that game.
Me too.
I'll paint the picture. It's Saturday night. It's about 11:30. I'm at the Harp, right? I'm outside. There's a big row of people there. Everyone's active. Everyone's rooting for the Jays.
So active.
I'm there. 1 out in the 9th. Blue Jays are up a run. I'm like, oh, this is it. We're going to see the Blues see the Dodgers go down. And Miguel Rojas
Miggy
hits
Rowe,
this
Marlin
ball.
legend.
Bro, that was
Marlin legend, Miggy Rowe.
Dude, I've never seen so much like air go out of like a room in my life. And then after that, it's like, I was watching a little bit. I was like, oh, we got it again. Miggy Rojas out at the plate. Are you out? He gets the out of home. I was, dude.
Oh.
bro, watching him hit that home run, I was like, yeah, that's wild. Then how about they go into the 11th inning, and it's the top of the 11th, and I watch Will Smith crank one. I'm like,
Will Smith.
what is going on, bro? Why? Like, this is why they all get paid $400 million.
I
Like,
missed that when I was in the bathroom.
Will Smith, I believe, is on a 10-year, $300 million deal.
Yo, you know what I forgot? Bro, Andy Pajes.
That catch, I was gonna just.
Moss is
God.
his boy in
Are
the
you
outfield.
kidding?
That was dangerous.
That
bro.
was insane to save,
I
bro.
thought that was not getting caught.
I don't know who the other dude
because
was,
they
but
both did each other.
he's laying down face down in the dirt, like ready for people to be screaming.
That
like,
was
screaming at him.
Kike Hernandez, right?
Was it?
Was it?
Bro, laying down in the
Maybe.
dirt. I bet you his heart is pounding.
Okay,
Like,
yeah. I
did
think
I
so.
just sell?
He had glasses.
Like he's sitting there, like, did I just sell? Was that my fault? Did we just lose? Looks up, bro, mossed him.
The smile on the
Clutch.
faces when he caught the ball.
Bro, he
That
got
was
up.
Amazing.
Yo, I don't even like. That's crazy. Crazy splish to me.
Blue Jays choked, bro. That's what we get going for a Canadian team, bro. To beat
Yeah.
the evil empire
That's what we get.
Evil Empire, laughing all the way
to the
to the
back.
bank. So,
Alright.
anyways, guys, we're gonna talk about the NBA here.
The N to the B to the A.
The end of the.
I think.
the-
Ooh, let's get a little more. Yeah.
So we have the start of the in-season tournament, and there are a couple teams
Already?
to watch out for. The Bulls have been up. The
Josh
Suns
Giddy,
have been
Josh Diddy. Let's
Josh
go.
Diddy.
Josh Diddy. And our boy Jack was in the little bit of that for Josh Diddy. Balling out there, looking good. Cade Cunningham Pistons, good. I haven't been watching enough of the NBA to take over completely, so Remy, you start us off. Tell us what's going on.
Well, we have a couple teams here that have been absolutely amazing this season. The Thunder started out hot. We have
Shade.
the Lakers with Luka, who's been an absolute terror this season. We have the
MVP.
Rockets with Kevin Durant. You know, he's very old, but he is still here in the league. You have the Jokic-led Nuggets, who seem to do it every year. The Spurs started out very hot, but they've
That's
lost a
right,
few
too.
games now.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about the Warriors, the old squad. What do you have to say about the Warriors? What are your opinions on the Warriors?
No, I
I
Loki
don't
did
really
that.
watch a lot of Warriors games. so-
Loki highlighted it for you to talk about, but I'm gonna tell you what I do know is that Jimmy Butler is not gonna save the Warriors. I think Jimmy Butler is buns. He's not buns, but like I think like bringing him to Golden State wasn't gonna like bring them another chip. I don't think that did enough for them.
I don't think anybody brought there could give him another trip though.
Yeah, I mean Al Horford might, but it won't be Jimmy Butler. It'll be Al Horford.
Well, how about them Bulls? I mean, the Bulls have been hot this season, and Kobe White hasn't even played. He's one of their star players.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Cavaliers have been great. The Knicks, you know, I like to think that this new coach helps things because they play their bench a lot more. The starters will get some rest. But they already dropped some games, and it's very unfortunate.
Knicks will be fine. They got the best team in the East. The East sucks.
The East is actually very bad.
The
this
East
year.
is bad. It looks like I didn't even
It's
know.
terrible.
Yeah.
And my Celtics are 4-5. I mean, given no Tatum, but like I have Jaylen Brown fantasy, so it's all right.
He's having a good year, but just there's no contenders really.
This is Trax, actually, so.
And Trax is a Celtics fan.
I think
Just so you know.
our stream manager is actually under the influence right now. I'm not sure what's going on over there.
You know, we should talk about the NBA and like the problems with Luka Doncic just averaging like 40 every time he plays, like every time he plays a sport, and how he's just like.
Tyrese Maxey.
That's a problem.
But Luka, yeah, he's just like, and not that he's average height, but for the NBA, he's like average height, like kind of on the chubbier side, and he just like balls. I don't understand like how he does it.
Wait, average height?
He's an ethical ball
Average
player.
height in the NBA,
So how tall do you think he is?
6'6".
Isn't he like 6'8"?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Right?
no, because now it looks like I have no ball.
Hey guys, he's looking something up, so.
No, 6'7".
And he is 6'8".
He's
here.
6'7".
6'7".
6'8" in shoes, but we don't count that.
Yeah, and it says 6'8", guys. Just ignore him.
Let's keep in mind that like he's the best player in the NBA right now, and when Tatum comes back, the Celtics will be in the playoffs. This seems like a ramble, I'm not going to lie.
Best player in the NBA?
Who, Luka? Yeah.
The NBA.
But who do we got?
Joker?
I mean, it's either Joker
No, I'm taking
or
Luka.
Wemby.
I'm taking Luka.
Tyrese Maxey's in the conversation too.
I don't
Not
think he
a
is.
shot.
I don't think he is, to be honest,
Tyrese
bro.
Maxey.
I think
going off.
opening up a good
He's been
8
going
games does
off.
not make you the best player in the NBA. To be honest, but
Well,
I could be wrong.
I mean, he's been great this season so far. We'll see if he can continue putting
Sixers
up
are gonna fall
40
off a
games.
bit though. They're not that good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Bulls, I can't tell if the Bulls are good or not.
The Bulls should, I mean, if everything goes to plan, they should get healthier and should get better.
I mean, they're deep, but like, is a roster really that good? Like,
Celtics.
I'm not counting on Vucevic to give me no. He's alright, you know. Giddy's a dog, but
Got Buzelis, you know.
they got a good bench.
Once Kobe White comes back, I think they'll run the offense a little bit better.
They got a good bench, but it's like I don't see them being a top 4 seed or top 5 seed in the East.
You never know. I mean, I feel like just sports in general this season have just been crazy.
I think the Celtics are 1-0 in the in-season tournament right now. So, let's go.
Celtics aren't looking very good this year.
They're looking bad this year.
It's Jaylen Brown and a bunch of guys who get off of their day job, it appears.
So,
You know, Peyton Pritchard hasn't had the same type of season. I like Derek White, but he's kind of been quiet. Simons is pretty good off the bench, but they got no big men.
he's super bald.
No big money.
He's super bald. I remember when he, bro.
Super
I'm so
bald.
glad he went bald. Did you remember his hair before
Nah,
he
it
went
was
bald?
bad.
When his headband pushed it back to the middle of his
Shout out to
head.
It's like
Trae
my
Young.
hair.
Trae Young is still holding on for his hair.
Yeah, he looks like a lollipop that fell on the carpet.
Yeah.
I should do something about that.
How you guys feel about John Morant?
1 game suspension. He criticized
what'd he
his
do?
coaches. He said, you want to know why they lost? Ask the coaches why they didn't play me. And he was then suspended. So we're not sure how long. Pretty sure it was a 1 game
Yeah,
suspension.
he's been back after that.
Yeah. Did he play last night?
Yeah, he's played the last couple games. Hasn't played too good, but
Oh, really?
he's been out there.
See, I thought he was doing suspension like either last night or today or something.
Nah, he
I
already
wasn't sure.
served it, but he's gone. He's gone. He's not going to be there for much longer. They're trading him out of there. This is almost like Jimmy Butler from last year when he was with Miami. Literally like the same thing. Like, bro, against the Lakers, John Morant just wasn't playing his game. He was just taking threes, sitting in the corner, pulling a Jimmy. He's out of there. He lost his joy.
Is there more by Drake?
So
Let me
we
ask-
actually don't own the rights to that song, so we'll not be playing it. But
I can sing it for
What do
you.
you think? Yes, no?
no, I mean, there's not much more to say, right?
I think we'll make one little early prediction in the NBA each, or like an unpopular opinion. We'll go around. We'll say that, and then we'll say our goodbyes. Start with you.
I think the Spurs this year are different, and I also think that the Knicks will always be there. And
So what's the prediction then?
give me a little. I want a Spurs-Knicks finals.
So he's got Spurs in there.
That's what I want.
My hot take? Okay. Stay with me.
I'm
The
saying-
Lakers will have a better record this year in games without LeBron than games that LeBron plays in.
Because like Reeves will go off and stuff. Is it?
I don't know how I want to word this, but I wouldn't be shocked if LeBron's not a Laker the whole year.
Because he's a Knick.
Or if this is just as
He's
easy as
a Knick.
LeBron is a Knick. That's very
yeah,
unfortunate.
that's what I've gotten. That's like my biggest takeaway is that LeBron's either retiring next year or he's gone because this team was good without him, and there's a lot of bogus injury stuff going on. He's not happy.
Bogus.
I think LeBron's time in LA is coming to an end.
I've watched one Cade Cunningham game this year, and I'm gonna say that he gets them to the Eastern Conference Finals this year.
I like that.
I
Cade
like that.
Cunningham and the
Like
Detroit
that.
Pistons to the conference finals.
That's a good take.
I think they lose there to the Knicks.
Yeah, rematch of last year from that first round.
So I'll say Cade Cunningham taking the Pistons to the Eastern Conference Finals. With that being said, that's all we have today on this episode of Trax Talk. We'll be back next week with more great, exciting NFL and NBA news. There's
NHL.
Trax.
Okay.
And possibly the NHL. We're going to get into everything. We're always going to be here talking ball. That's what we do. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. And don't forget to fear the moose.
Ooh.